Show me the money, and the federal government is planning on doing that when it comes to Social Security recipients, the largest cost of living adjustment in almost 40 years. Gilmore Jason Mahler, CBA Charlie Heid is here to help us get a better understanding of what this means. Charlie, I think the biggest question is this actually going to help people?
Well, it definitely putting more money into retirees' pockets is not a bad thing because they've got a lot more money going out as they are paying higher prices. So, it's a tough question to ask. I think what we have to look at it is with the cost of living adjustment that we've seen, which was 5.9%, which is, when you look at, that's the largest jump that we've had in 3 decades. And just look at the last 10 years. It's averaged 1.6% increase annually. So a 5.9 is a big deal.
Right.
Now, unfortunately, it's a big deal because they increased that cost of living adjustment because the cost of living has gone up. And as we all know, with inflation and what we pay for gas and groceries, it just keeps going up. So this is going to help those seniors to deal with that increase in inflationary pressure. But by getting it because of that, it's really not a great thing for the economy.
Right. It's not a great indication of how things are going right now. So, we know that Social Security is a big part of people's retirement planning, but is it enough in and of itself to get people through retirement? I'm guessing not.
No, we've talked about this in the past on some other topics, and seniors, as they retire, need to have other sources of income, whether it's a 401k, an IRA, pension, savings accounts, because Social Security is not enough. And here's the unfortunate part is, half of the seniors receiving Social Security, it represents almost half of their income in retirement. And then you have a quarter of those retirees, Social Security is almost exclusively their retirement income. So it puts a lot of pressure on that retiree group to be able to handle, especially when rising costs are affecting their daily lives.
So let's talk about the future then here. Folks like me want to know, how is the health of Social Security looking? I mean, is this going to hang on for decades, or are we running out of time?
Yeah, so the latest results from the trustee group that was analyzing Social Security has put it at about 15 years remaining if nothing changes to be able to pay out full benefits. So that would put us in the year 2036 when there would have to start to be reductions in benefits. It's on the radar in Washington, but again, as we have come to see out of Washington, is a lot of times they kick it down the road, and unfortunately this is one of those topics that's been pushed down the road because right now the focus is trying to get the president's agenda through with the reconciliation bill and the infrastructure bill. They're going to have to take it up because changes are going to have to be made.
But in the meantime, you're telling me that I should probably keep socking away into some other programs.
Absolutely. My advice to the clients that I work with, and it's the advice I follow, is you should not count on Social Security as being a big component of your retirement.
Yeah, and then for seniors right now, too, something else to consider finally here is that Medicare costs are going to be projected to go up here for them this year as well.
Yeah, so they all know, Medicare Part B is the premium, and right now it's $148.50 a month, and they see that coming out of their Social Security. That's been estimated it's going to go up by $10 for 2022, so it'd make it $158.50. Hasn't been announced yet, but that's what we're expecting to see shortly.
Okay. All right. So we just have to, it's a tough time. We got to be smart with our money, Charlie, huh?
We do.
All right, thanks for the pointers this morning. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
You bet.